Today I'm giving an early review of Steelrising. The best way I could put this game is if you play Dark Souls or Bloodborne, it feels like an easier version of that with no magic. You do get a ton of weapons, you can equip 2 of them that you can swap between, and each one does have an ability, but even the abilities are either parries or short range weapons, blasts. So you get 6 attributes. Every time you level up, it's going to cost more. If you die, then your souls land where you died, and you have to acquire them before you died. You also get 4 module slots, which you can put modules in. Each one gives you a slight buff in either ability or attributes. And you have to upgrade the slot, and then find the upgraded modules to put in the upgraded slots. You get a infinite use heal that starts off at 2, and then you upgrade the amount of uses, and you upgrade how much heal you get. So level 1 you'll get 200, level 2 you get 220. As I said, you get the ability to equip 2 different weapons at once, which you can swap by hitting up and down on the D-pad. Each one has its own special move. This one has a gun, the other one has a shield. This one, you do a spinning cyclone, kind of like a move from Dark Souls. Everyone has its own move. So the only thing negative I have to say so far about this game is like when you have the auto target in on a battle with 2 enemies, sometimes the attack will go to the wrong enemy, especially if you try to spam the attacks. So you gotta try to make the game know which enemy you're attacking, and this is the beta, so hopefully they do have that fixed. And honestly, it's the only problem in the game, so if they're any good, which the game is done very well, I do assume that targeting issue will be fixed on launch day or shortly after on the day 1 or first major patch after the day 1 patch. But initial review, the game is a lot of fun. Like, I would recommend this game to anyone right now. Now, at the moment, we don't know how many bosses and how long this game is actually going to be. It seems to be at least moderately long, but I already encountered 3 bosses, and they are those larger bosses that you have to dodge around. All 3 of the fights did give me a little bit of room to work with. Was fairly easy to take the bosses out. Definitely felt like a little easier than early soul fight bosses, but same kind of style. You want to stick and move, dodge the attack, time your attack. So it's that same type of fighting for the boss fights. And I'll also link in the description. I have a early montage of early enemies and the 3 boss fights. First time I did it, so now I beat them no problem because I know their moves in and out. But also I will have walkthroughs for the first 3 sections, as well as in the future that will go into a playlist, and I'll have all the walkthroughs for the game, so you can check that out if you want to see a little gameplay. We also get a journal to keep track of our main quests, side quests. We do get collectibles like echoes and notes. You get fast travel very early in the game. You're going to need to unlock that, but then you can travel from one location to another. In every location, there's areas that are inaccessible until you get tools that you'll acquire later on in the game. So then you go back to a previous area and you're like, oh, well, now I get to explore this new area in there. Something I'm a fan of. I always think that's cool in the game, especially when it's done well. You also get like these things, like I said, there's no mana in the game, but if you look on the bottom left where it says I have 277, you do have that. So that's kind of like your mana. See, when I use my ability, now I have 275. It really feels like a Souls game, like another Souls game. One of the easier ones, I'd say, but I'm so used to the Souls games, it might just be that I'm very used to this style of game. You can take immense damage. It's very easy to die. You have to level up or just don't get hit. So I do love these styles of gameplay. You get a charged attack, which you can use to close the gap. Stamina is less of a problem in this game because, see right here, I can just hit Y and regain some stamina. Once you get the timing right and you have a huge bar of stamina, then it's very easy to keep your stamina up. If you spam it a couple times in a row, she'll get frozen for a couple seconds, but you can break free. But stamina is a little bit less of an issue in this game than the Souls games. Definitely would recommend this game to anyone at the moment. I'll leave it at that. If it wasn't for the targeting issue, I probably could put it at like 8.5, nearly 9. But occasionally it would select the wrong target and that was annoying. But other than that, game is great. I hope that helps.